Hello everyone, Sylvan Bell coming to you live from San Francisco, California. It's December 12th, 2015. That's a perfect day. It's not cold. There's no fog. Little slight breeze, like 3-5 miles an hour. It's 4:11 in the afternoon, and we're talking about the issues that salespeople have with price with buyers. And one of my favorite analogies when I train salespeople is to take a look is like when you're rolling price or you're giving a concept or idea about what's going on, it's like playing chicken. And if you've never played chicken or you don't understand this concept, I'm gonna share it with you. So, you know, as a kid, we would ride bicycles and we would go on the yellow dotted line in the middle of the road and we would start pedaling towards each other. So I would be over here, my friend would be over here, and we'd start riding towards each other, riding towards each other, riding towards each other. And then just before the point of collision, somebody would steer to the right or steer to the left, or both people would steer the same direction and they crash into each other. And you know, if you were the one who did that, you were the chicken. Right? And so the reason why this is important, like even like in the movies from the 50s and 60s, I'll give you another analogy. You would have cars, and a car would line up with the front driver's tire on one side of the line, and then on the other end you'd have the guy with the passenger tire, and like they would like get their cars and start going towards each other, and you know sometimes they would crash, and sometimes they wouldn't, but you know they were playing chicken. And so sometimes like when you're rolling an idea or your concept, you're just kind of like waiting for the buyer to go, really? And if you react, if you have problems with what they just said, and like in your mind for some reason you get just a little bit spooked, they got you. You were the chicken. And so, you know, you got to know that, as we talked about in the previous video, when somebody comes through and they're like, well, I got other bids, right? And if you react to that, you just were the chicken. If someone says, I talked to so-and-so and they got a lower price, and if you react to that like in the wrong way, you were the chicken. So there's a difference between reacting and responding. So reacting is like the vocal pitch changes, like I was pointing at my jaw, but like meant to go to my ear, right? Your vocal pitch changes here, and your tone changes, and your body language changes. So that's all reacting. Responding is just like in your mind, like I shared with you in the last video, to think like, so what? Not that big of a deal, but not like say that, not say that, think it. You don't want to say it, you want to think it. And the reason why this is important is because it allows you to not worry about what's going on. And I know what you're thinking, like, Scott, come on. I'm in a sales call, and I'm like, look, I've played this game since 2002. I've been a salesperson since 2002. I've been a sales trainer for a while too. And I see this consistently. And then when I work with somebody and they get this concept of it's like, oh, we're playing chicken, right? It's a matter of who's more confident about their idea or their concept than the other person. And you got to know that. You got to take away from that and go, you know what? I'm more confident about my price. I'm more confident about my idea than you are about tearing it down. So go ahead, no big deal. I'm gonna sit back here and I'm gonna relax and I'm gonna listen to your nonsense, right? So like a lot of times people start throwing their first objection at me, which is always the fake one. Like in my mind, they're like, their mouth is moving, and I'm saying in my head, nonsense, 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 nonsense. Okay, I see where you're coming from, but for the most part, nonsense, right? I'm gonna listen to them, but I'm not gonna buy into what they're saying. That's why I'm saying nonsense, okay? So I'm gonna listen to what they're saying, but I'm gonna say like in my mind, that's a bunch of nonsense. That's not really what the problem is. There's something else. We need to dig deeper. We need to figure out what it is, okay? So as you're playing chicken, right? Your idea, their idea, you're going, you present, and then like they're gonna like, is that really your best price, right? And you're like, yeah. I mean, for everything that you're gonna get, that is the best price. And they go, and they veer off, okay? Or they go, you know, XYZ company's got a better price than you, right? So you're going, and if you respond, right? So let's go down. You've just taken it. You're the chicken, okay? So just like to build confidence, you gotta know that you have a good product, a good service, a good widget, a good gizmo, that you know what you're talking about, and that you're an expert at what you do. And then like people are like, well, I can get it for a lower price, right? So in your mind, not coming out of your mouth, in your mind, you just go, yeah, so what, right? Like that's the only thing you got for me? That's the only objection? Really? That's it? Oh man, I'll blow that company away. We got better service, we got better packaging, we got better support. And you're worried about price? No wonder that other company's so cheap. They got nothing. I'm superior. I'm better, right? I'm taking the path. I'm superior. I'm better. Of course, I'm going to charge more, but I'm going to explain to the buyer all the reasons why. So they're thinking they're going to play chicken with me, and they're like, oh, we're going to collide. This is them. This is me. They're like, we're going to collide. And I'm going to like, I'm keep going. I work harder than my other guys, and then the competition, they can only underbid me. Oh, they play chicken. I win. I get the sell, okay? So take that for what it is. There's a lot of people who don't understand the concept of playing chicken. Now you totally understand. Now, if you could do a small favor for me in the box down below, leave a comment, a question, a story, that would be fantastic. To the right or to the left, there is a subscribe button. You know what you gotta do. Subscribe, and then send it out to all your friends via StumbleUpon, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, LinkedIn. Scott Sylvan Bell. Only Scott Bell. Someone will see you soon. Thanks for watching. Aloha.